when I'm tuning into your energy, I don't actually feel safe at the moment. Okay, Two of Cups. Yeah, why did Two of Cups show up when I didn't feel safe? Are you questioning a connection? Okay. Seven of Swords. That's protect me. Six of Pentacles is protect me, please. Okay, it's as if I'm fearful of making a move because it would be seen by others as the wrong move. I just have to call you Karina, and I was explaining last week when your turn came. I feel really funny saying it because Karina is actually quite close to the name I was going to be given. Only it's not said that way. And I have to be mindful that there is a bit of a lag in the voice and camera. So I feel as if I'm too fearful of moving in one direction. You do have a sister named Karen. There you go. But Karina, it's very close to the Dutch version of Karen, which is what my dad wanted to name me. And it probably would have been Aussified to Karina anyway, but I feel as if there's a bit of temptation in front of you. Yeah, is it coming up to your birthday? Temptation, yes. But I feel it's in front of you now. Okay, then it's not July. Thank you for your honesty. I love it. I was actually picking up now. So I feel temptation is now. Seven of Cups. I feel as if you're secure in your own situation, but there's someone else you're worried about. Yeah. It's like someone else dealt a pretty crappy hand. See, I'm using poker terminology for life. Ha! Just goes to show my poker mentality. Can you understand where you're concerned for someone else? I've got to get this right. I've got to work through it until I get it right. Okay, then I'm going to put this deck down for a minute and restart because it's the wrong deck then. Okay. Okay. Everybody tries to focus on themselves. And yes, it's good to know what you want. It's good to be secure in yourself. Is there uncertainty with a particular procedure or protocol in the job? Congratulations on the new job. Now I know why I was picking up sort of like the fear of being wrong. Doesn't everyone get that when they start a new job? Queen of Pentacles. Now the Pentacles show up. Okay. I feel as if you're really, really excited about your new job. However, things happening at home, the job's taking up time that you can't spend at home. Yes, imposter syndrome, everybody gets that. Everybody gets it. Well, I posted the link to The Secret. You could watch that too. Yeah, I got someone's birthday coming up. Who's the Scorpio in your life? Who's the Scorpio in your life? Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And I do feel it's an October Scorpio, a really early November. Hi, Landon History Buff. Is it late October, really early November? Oh! No, it'd still be early November. Your best friend. Then I'm picking up on your best friend. Your best friend's jealous here. But congratulations with your sister and becoming an aunt or uncle. Okay. An active labour would actually still make the baby a Libra. So, King of Wands. It's not your sister that you're jealous of, is it? Yeah. Can you understand there's jealousy, and I don't know whether it's your best friend or your sister because of what you typed. I feel it's best friend, but I could be wrong. Yeah, that's what I said. I could be wrong about best friend or sister. I had to throw you in there because there's too many people turning up on this one. No, it's not heavy jealousy. It's just like, I wish I had what they had. Jealousy. Jealousy doesn't have to be to the extreme. Okay. Out of your sister and your best friend, who is the religious one? Who is the one that's really strong in their faith? I feel it could be sister. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I feel it is sister. It's like the freedoms you have, your sister would like some of. But there's something at your home you're worried about while you're at work. It's like there's and again, not to the extreme, there's a bit of guilt about time spent at work. Ah, that's what I'm picking up on. Okay. Someone's anniversary is coming up. Is it yours with a partner? Oh, that must be so hard. 4 months old. And we live in a world where it's almost... You're single. Okay. Then... No, this is like an anniversary. It's not just sister's marriage anniversary, is it? That I'm picking up on? But we do live in a world where working mums do have to work. And the children are the ones that we always... On the 11th, okay. I feel they haven't celebrated yet. They're waiting... Okay. I feel as if you're wishing upon a star. I do feel as if it's you that's wishing upon a star. And I feel you're wishing for the stability. I feel sister and best friend are pretty close in what they have, as in the supports, etc. And I feel as if you're wishing for something similar. Yeah. But that's the, as I said, jealousy, yes, it's the extreme word of it. But you'll get there. I've got the 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And I'll just put it there. But that was the wishing upon a star I got. And I feel the 2 closest to you appeared. Now, Ultimate Karina, let's see what we have. Yeah, you feel a heavy burden carrying everything. And stop questioning how you look. We're all hugs here, Ultimate Karina. All hugs. The secret might be of benefit to you too. Because the wishing upon a star, I've got the Wheel of Fortune here, so I see it coming about. But I also see mentally there's a lack. Like there's I can't say a negativity because I feel it's a positive. It's a positive, oh, I wish I had better to offer. So hopefully that can make some sense if I say it that way, instead of using the harshest word possible. Yes, but mind and body aren't the same, but they're also proof that you've got what it takes. They're also proof you've got what it takes. Determination. Yeah. Etc. etc. And I feel as if your sister's faith and commitment to faith is also driving you in a sense. Okay, I'm going to put the list up. There you go. And it's not envy, but it's driving you forward. So I feel with time it will actually come about. And I'm going to need to take my walking break. So bear with me. I'll be back as soon as I can. And I am back. Okay. Now, Sinful, you are next. There we go. Oh, Melody snuck in before Horse-Drawn Portrait. I'll get there. I promise. And I do know there has been some delay in the stream, so I need to pay attention to that. Suspicious username, welcome in. I'm getting there, peeps. I'm getting there. Yes, it is Sinful's turn. I do know there is a bit of a lag, so I have to pay attention to that. Do you want honesty or do you want politeness, Melody? How am I doing today? Honesty or politeness? You've got your choice. I'm just going to check that Sinful is there. Yes, Sinful is still there. And honesty. Not 100% great, but I'm here, aren't I? I'm here. Yes, my bones sound like bubble wrap today. Pop, 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 pop. I'm glad the microphone hasn't picked them up. And I do have to actually, I need to shout somebody out because I dropped into their stream and they were a newbie on Twitch, and both myself and I believe Breenie were there, and I do feel as if they deserve a shout out because they were doing awesomely and it was their first. You're hearing a bit of an echo. Okay, I can fix that. Okay, is that better? Or is there still an echo? Here we go. I found them. I've just got to type carefully. There we go. That's the new tarot streamer that was on. And they were doing so well. Give them a follow. And yes, we need everybody. And hello, Sinful. We need everybody to bring it back to being a community, a spiritual community, rather than a money-making avenue. Okay, Sinful. Why am I... Okay. I'm picking up that you don't know which direction to head. It's like I've got a choice between two happies and I don't know which direction to take. Yeah, I can understand why those two fell out. Can you resonate with that, Sinful? I'm seeing in my mind's eye a cat. Can you understand a cat? Yeah, I feel it's at your feet right now. Anyway, let's get going. I feel as if your heart is full at the moment, but your heart is also uncertain. There we go. Yeah, your heart's doing backflips at the moment. And also uncertain. The Lovers showed up. I feel that's picking up your energy though. So don't go running with, don't let your thoughts go running with it. You're having fun. That's the most important thing. And I feel if you stay in the fun energy, everything else will, all of your questions will get answered. You're in Queen of Swords energy though. It's sort of like Spanish Inquisition, here I come. You want stability, and it's like, I'm telling you now, it's a hard question to ask right from the start. People know what they want, but if they say yes, they want that too, they're fearful that they're going to be held accountable for it for the rest of their lives, even though they probably do want it. So take the pressure off yourself. Take the pressure off yourself. Stay in the fun energy. Everything else will get answered. Because I feel as if you've done your own head in here. Yeah, you've questioned every step, including the provider step. Yeah. You're up in your head. You need to get out of your head and let your heart feel. You will be able to feel. I feel as if a recent minor gift fell flat. And you get to choose the oracle. I've got Vintage Wisdom, Sign of the Times, Law of Positivism, Magic of Unicorns, Energy and Spirit. But a recent gift I feel given to you fell flat. As in it wasn't accepted joyously. Energy and Spirit. Okie dokie. And this is by Sandra Ann Taylor. And I love the internal inscription. Your life is vibrating with unlimited potential. Manifest miracles with spirit every day. I love opening that box and seeing that on the inside. You know, I was just reminded of the movie Sliding Doors, where there's a Monty Python reference to nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. It's a Gwyneth Paltrow movie, if anyone wanted to look into it. I feel some peacefulness with the cat. That's why I was picking up the cat. It was like I was feeling peaceful. The cat takes on all your problems. All of the things up in your head, your cat takes on. Okay. Fur babies can be just as important as human babies to some people. Although I don't have children, I have had fur babies. However, if someone said to me, it's one of your nieces or nephews or your fur baby, which one? I would definitely say my nieces and nephews. I'd go without my fur baby as long as they were safe. There you go. No, a few romantic connections of the past, I'd say, no, take them. I'll keep my fur baby. But life goes like that sometimes. Okay. Sinful at least got my joke. But truly, isn't that how we know when we're actually in love? You know, we can all talk about lust and, you know, is it the right one and all of that. If it comes down to a choice between a fur baby and a potential romantic partner, if you're saying take the romantic partner, leave me with the fur baby, you've got your answer. You don't need to see cards to tell you about love. Just ask yourself, would you give up them or the fur baby? There we go. Okay, thought vibrations. Oh, this is all resonating with the secret, the link I posted earlier. Resonant choices, signature signals. That is a tongue twister, even though it doesn't sound like one. I like this though. I feel as if your thoughts are actually playing part in your reality. But this is by Sandra Ann Taylor, so we'll see what Sandra Ann Taylor has to say about it. Like a satellite in space, your mind is sending and receiving signals in every direction. The vibration of your thoughts and beliefs never cease projecting and receiving. This is a very real energetic influence on what you attract and manifest. A powerful force in your present and future happiness. It's easy to say your cognitive patterns create your reality, but how much do you really think about your ongoing thought process? This card is telling you that you now have the power to bring much more positivity and self-love into your thinking. In fact, your mental power is growing more than ever. Consciously send out clear and attractive signature signals, and the world will return your loving messages to you. And the affirmation for this card is, I always have power over my thoughts. I release negative thinking and choose to trust in my resourcefulness and to have faith in my soul. I like that affirmation. I really do. I might actually even type it up and print it out. I always have faith. I always have power over my thoughts. I realize negative thinking and choose to trust in my resourcefulness and to have faith in my soul. It's like you guys all know some of my backstory, how most of the time I do spend in a wheelchair. But it's my resourcefulness. And I actually managed to put my own bins out last night. It may seem like only a tiny thing, but celebrating that has changed my day. So look at your resourcefulness and look at what you can celebrate. Because in everybody's day, there is always something to be celebrated. For some, I know some people who go through terrible things. And some people actually celebrate the fact they woke up. So next time you're doubting, like I'm seeing here, sinful, just remember that. Celebrate something in your life. And it does make the next day, like the next day may be crap, but it makes it easier to get through. Trust me, I know from personal experience it makes it easier to get through. Thank you, Sinful. Okay. Welcome in, Horse Drawn Portrait. Next up we have Last Coca-Cola. And yes, I'm working on the outcome. Trust me, I'm working on it. Okay. I'm a bit torn. Do you currently have a little bit of a headache or exhaustion going on, Last Coca-Cola? I've just got to make sure it's not mine. And we still seem to have a lag. Exhaustion. Okay. That makes sense. Duh. I want to hit myself over the head with that one. Okay. Ace of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. I feel as if life has taken on a joyous emotional experience. And sorry, in Australia we get flies as big as birds, and they've just invaded my meditation space. Seven of Pentacles. I like this reading. It's like you're torn between work life and home life. You're loving both, is what I see. There you go. Page of Pentacles. I feel as if work life has actually surprised you in good ways. It's made you exhausted, but other than that, it's surprised you in good ways. Now I know why the exhaustion's kicked in. You're waiting for yourself to burn out. It's like you've acknowledged that you might be a little close to it. Okay. I feel as if you've declined invitations for work socials. Because you're fearful of burnout. There's not. Now's the best time. Yeah, I do feel as if you've declined invitations for work socials. I had this discussion. I know you're fearful of not being at home with your children and you want to be the best influence possible. I'm going back to the mid-1970s. I had this discussion with someone. And they were working and they would accept invitations for workplace functions, like go out socially with colleagues. And I said to them at the time, it must have been a hard decision for you to make. And they said, initially it was difficult. But then I thought, if my children see a happy person, they won't be scared of work. And I thought, what a nice way of putting it. So if you're a working parent, understand that if your children see the working parent happy, that they won't fear work themselves in the future. If they see a working parent unhappy, they may fear work in the future. So I would say definitely accept the workplace or the colleague invitation. 3 of Wands. Yeah, I am getting invitations out. I feel like you need that escape because work makes everyone unhappy. At some point, like we can get our perfect dream job, but our dream job may involve, say, I can use myself as an example. I did get my dream job. However, part of my dream job involved 3 hours at a computer doing mind-numbing statistical spreadsheets. My dream job included dealing with colleagues who had less passion. Our dream job is never going to be 100% zippity doodah. There's always going to be some not so great stuff. The Star. If you haven't had an invitation soon, seriously, I'm going to put that link up again, because there it is, and it's an Australian, and it's an Australian that did a compilation of mind over matter, manifestation, spirituality, all of that. The Australian's name was Rhonda Byrne, and it involved some very technical, biological, quantum physics information, and it's all been put together in a book and subsequent telemovie about the law of attraction and the brain. It's even more complex than that, but it was done really well, so I've put the link up. Because the only card of concern that I have here is the Two of Wands, and I feel like inside the home, there's a push-pull between yourself and your partner. There's an at-odds energy. Six of Cups. It's not going to last, though. But at the moment, it's there. There you go. It's only any long-term situation, whether it be work, whether it be home life, whether it be a romantic relationship. It doesn't matter. Any long-term is going to have its lull. You know, boredom, monotony. Those words aren't necessarily nasty words. Because when you get used, I must admit, I'm weird. I like that comfortable. I thrive in that comfortable. Once I know everything's on track, I thrive in that moment of comfortable. Because I'm thinking like all of the external dramas, interferences, it's all taken care of. I can now thrive in the in-between. So everybody is hooked on that dopamine rush of a new situation, and or of that love and affection always being there. But in reality, the love and affection is always there. It's just not... You get comfortable and you just forget to express. You forget to say things. You forget to... And I thrive in that little... Where everybody else finds it uncomfortable, I find it most comfortable. But I do feel that's what you're going through at the moment, Last Coca-Cola. And I think I might have said, I know I said this to somebody on last stream. Yeah, have you actually approached your partner and said, if you did this, I would feel so loved? And replace this with what makes you feel loved. If you did, and you say it as if it's an order, did you get it? Even once. Like for me, it's always simple requests. It's never. You might have already guessed. I'm not too much. I can be a mushy, teary person, but I'm not really. I'm much more practical than that. In real life. My spiritual life, that's another side. But we're all made up of so many facets of ourselves that even in a long-term relationship, you don't know 100% of the other person. Okay. But anyone who makes a plan and sticks to it, they obviously want to make you a priority. If someone's made a plan, let them follow through with it. It's the people that just don't have any effort to even make the plan. That's when I'd be worried. Yes, I feel that too, last Coca-Cola. And it might be something like, well, if I'm in the kitchen and you're passing me, can you tap me on the... and name the body part? See how quickly that happens. And it might be a fun way of just bringing... You've got the star finishing off this. I don't see any negativity at all. I see you worrying that you're going to burn out and collapse. That's all. And I see it as a worry, not a reality. You sound exactly like some people I know. The impatient part. And I often think okay, I have so many things going on in my head every single day. I think I would actually pass out if they all happened. But I'm patient. I'm quite okay with one thing one day, one thing in a week's time, one thing in 2 weeks' time. I'll wait. If it's what I want, I'll wait. And I am going to put that link up again. I'm going to start just keep repeating the link, because in the actual The Secret program, there is a comment that somebody says they're so glad that all of their wishes don't come true at once, because you'd be in trouble if you did. And they show somebody looking at a postcard of an elephant, and the person looking at the postcard must have thought, oh, I'd love to see that elephant in real life. And the elephant showed up in the bedroom and in the lounge room, and all of its natural habits happened, and they were left with a mess. Yes, and I bet you at 17 and 18, there were people who were saying it would never last, it would never result in anything. But the two of you have worked diligently together. And look at the beauty you've been able to create. 2 wonderful children, 2 wonderful human beings that are our future. Last Coca-Cola, it's only been 4 months since your last little one was born. There are still crazy hormones going through your body that no opposite gender person would ever understand. Like, you could even explain it to them, give them a textbook of what it was like, and they still wouldn't have the reality understanding of it. So watch the link I've put up. And start understanding, Last Coca-Cola, why I thrive in the comfortable. Well, there you go. Not even 2 full months. So your body is still adjusting to, and you've taken on a job at the same time. You're putting way too much pressure on your own shoulders, Last Coca-Cola. Wonderosity, hello. Okay, I can do the oracle. Let's see what we've got for you. Yeah, way too much pressure on your own shoulders. And, okay. Wonderosity, I feel as if you're wanting something to move really quickly. Can you understand that? You're welcome, Last Coca-Cola, and I am still on what we've whispered. I'm still working on it. I've just got stuff going on at the moment that I have to delay. Everything has had to be put on hold. But Wonderosity, okay. Okay, 11th of December. I feel 11th of December is important. Can you understand that, Wonderosity? And I want you to look at it as a good thing. You can't. Look at it as a good thing. Sometimes the universe puts up roadblocks for us, such as getting your license. Okay, if you actually watch some, and we've got them in Australia, dash cam footages of crazy things that happen on the roads. And tell yourself, the universe did this to keep me safe. Because if you're telling yourself you did it, it was failed because you weren't good at something, you're just putting yourself down, and you're not. No, don't put yourself down. The universe made it happen that way to keep you safe. And you only have to look at some of the dash cam footage. Go onto your socials, whatever socials you've got. There's plenty on TikTok. Okay, then you're not under pressure. You're allowing the universe to give it to you at the right time. And I know waiting till December in some places in the world is horrible because it's snowing. But just think, if you can do it in the most dangerous conditions, you can do it anytime. But start thinking that way. The universe, if I keep trying, if I keep acting, I will attract it. And the universe may not have wanted you to have it. And if you need reassurance of why they didn't want you to have it, have a look at some of the footage, dash cam footage. You only have to look at me. The reason I'm reliant on that wheelchair, and I can see it from where I'm sitting, is because of what happened on the roads. And it changed everything. So I would rather have waited and be safe. I've got a modified car, so I still drive. But I had to go for my license every year for 10 years to keep it. And there's the sun. You're going to get it. You don't feel it right now, but you're going to get it. Ace of Cups. Okay. Three of Cups. I feel there's a social group, and that's where the pressure is. Queen of Swords. I feel there's pressure in a social group to have actually got your license. It's like someone else planned a road trip or something. Four of Cups. Yeah, external. Page of Pentacles. Strength. And just think of all the money that you're saving leading up to Christmas. Because I feel as if there's a friend push, and I feel as if the friend would be a Leo. You understand what I'm talking about now, don't you? Empress energy. Yeah, there's definitely... She's not Leo though. Okay, that's it. All right. Let me explain why I was picking up Leo. I was picking up someone that is really stern on the outside, soft and squishy on the inside. Doesn't take no for an answer ever. Does that describe your sister? Overachiever as well. There's a reason you didn't get it. And I feel it's universal. Not that you crashed on the day. Not that you pressured yourself too much. It's the universe saying, no, this has to be on your terms. Not your sister's terms, your terms. And for some reason, I also feel there's a sister pressure for... your sister might have set you up. Your sister might have actually introduced you to someone. No. That's okay. I actually do feel as if divine timing is working at the moment. So stop putting yourself down. And the reason I said about sister introducing you is the Four of Wands poked its head up as the last card. And in this one, it's not necessarily the traditional marriage card. It's a victory card. I'll just try and put it in camera view a bit better. It's a victory card. So I do feel there is victory, but it's on your terms, not your sister's. And is it you that's September born? No. September birthday came up for some reason. Just keep it in the back of your mind because it was the final card. That's okay. Just keep it in the back of your mind. It was the final card and I just got victory. And it'll be on your terms, no one else's. And I'm not picking up family when I said that. It's either you or someone in your social circle. Okay, now Wonderosity, you did redeem the Oracle. From what I remember. I have to scroll back. Yes, you did. So, which Oracle would you like? Vintage Wisdom, Sign of the Times, Law of Positivism, Magic of Unicorns, Energy and Spirit. Oh, and I do have 13th Oracle. Can't forget Corgi Duos. You get to choose which one. Sign of the Times. I got to get myself another deck because this one's going to wear out one day. Just don't have spaces to keep it. Okay. And vehicle maintenance is expensive too, so just be thankful. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if a divine timing card pops up. Or even mountains, where there's been a detour. So, we'll see. There you go. So, yes. It is a big deal. And it's a good big deal. Oops. See, I don't take flipping cards because I'm hopeless at shuffling this way. I love the way some people do it as if it's magic, and it's sort of like, nah, it's just the card that comes out. Sometimes it's true. Sometimes it's true. Other times it's not. There've been long shuffles this stream though. There we go. Yin Yang balance. The old yin yang balance. I feel like you've got to take the good with the bad. I feel as if the car that you're looking at is quite costly. And once you do understand what's behind maintaining a vehicle and the dangers a vehicle can pose, you'll realise that delaying in time was of benefit to you. Because my first car was like, it was old, but to me it was gorgeous. And yet when I first got my licence, I didn't even want to drive by myself. I didn't want to go out on the road by myself. That's gone back many years. So it was actually a manual car where you had to change the gears and all of that sort of stuff. I was good at it, but yeah, my car was so precious to me, I didn't want it getting dirty. So, well, there you go. Sister's pressure. Trust me, you'll if you whether you get a new car or an old car, there'll be payments for sure. Servicing, registration, insurance, etc., etc., etc. The list goes on and on and on. And idiots that don't tie down their loads and you get something coming up at your windscreen and don't have a dash cam. That was my story. And $400 later, it's like they're money pits. Let's see what Crystal Banner has to say about it. The yin yang symbol represents duality in all aspects of life. Light and dark, masculine and feminine. The highest self and the shadow self. They are all seemingly opposite, but they are complementary and interconnected. The duality of this symbol is that although its origins are divine, in popular culture it represents both spiritual and secular. You do not have to choose one or the other. The yin-yang symbol displayed as a charm on a necklace is a reminder to embrace and recognize all parts of yourself, including the hidden or unseen aspects. Embrace your own duality and the way you express yourself. The universe is a chaotic yet finely tuned machine that always seeks to balance itself out. You should too. And I do feel after what you've just typed that you're actually wanting an older car. Your sister's the one wanting you to get a new one. But I think not getting your license first shot, to me, that is like, your sister's not going to care about whether you get a new car now or not. It's like the door's opened for you. And like, I didn't want a new car as my first car, even though I fell in love with my first car, but I didn't want a new one as my first one. You're not a totally experienced driver yet. Why would you want a new car to go through your learning process? It's true, in some cases you can be buying somebody else's mistake. But, well, the payments are going to come whether it's new or old. You know, you've still got all of those maintenance, seriously, all of that sort of stuff. But isn't that coming from a very pessimistic place? Like, my first car lasted me, oh goodness. My very first car, which was 20 years old when I purchased it, lasted me, I'll say it in kilometres rather than years, because I drove everywhere. It lasted me 700,000 kilometres. It's quite a few years too, and yes, there were things that had to be spent to keep the car running, but to last 700,000 kilometres. I didn't buy a lemon. I didn't buy somebody else's mistake. I bought a good car. Yeah, it is a lot. I'm glad you got Google and convert it to miles, because I couldn't at the moment. I did not buy somebody else's junk. I bought a solid car. And I was quite happy with it. That car got washed every week. The car went in for regular services just as if it was new. And the one thing I must admit, because I still had that car when my brother, 10 years younger than me, got his license, is that he said that car ran on the smell of an oily rag. And it did. It was economically friendly. So do your research, even on used cars. If you do your research, you can get a bargain. It doesn't have to be brand spanking new unless you want all the tech stuff with it. Ugh. No, your first car, you need to concentrate on driving. You don't need that. I've seen some cars. I get in the car and it's like, are we in a helicopter cockpit, or are we in a vehicle that drives on the roads? Yes, definitely trust your intuition and don't doubt yourself. Don't put yourself down. But do your research. If you're looking at an older car, do your research. You'll find one. Okay. Jack Your Cork. Hello. Okay, haven't used that one for ages, but it's calling to me. Calling to me. Whew. Yes, I can do the universal. I do the same as what I do with the reeds. I am picking up that there's something lusty going on. It's like, yeah, you're attracted to someone. And it's quite recent. Lusty. Yes, you're attracted to someone. You don't know much about them yet. There you go, Charlie. There's space. Okay. I want to say you don't know much about them yet. Okie dokie. What have we got here? There you go. I would have told you that they were a gamer. Or they were a streamer. Something with technology, definitely. I feel as if they're like, they're like an in real life or sound reporting. They're a factual streamer, is what I want to say. Maybe in the tarot sections, they're wise is, yeah, I need to say they're wise. Just gaming. I want to say this person is wise. They're not overly fancy. I would actually double check that fact, Jack Your Cork. there's a fear about the pace at which you want to unveil yourself. The sun. It's like you don't want to say too much about yourself. You're not sure if it's resonating. Let me keep going, because I get that, yes, blurt everything out at once. Well, there you go. I was picking that up, that you were reluctant to reveal everything about yourself. And it's like, you don't have to be reluctant here. You're not sure if your belief system gels. I do feel people... Can you understand being shocked as to the level they reached? Okay. Being shocked as to the level this person reached? I know you said you didn't think they were any good, but I'm getting they're quite intelligent. Okay. So I'm doing better than this other person. Oh, that's good. Do you know if this person is a Libra? As in, has just had a birthday. Seriously, all us content creators, we do birthday streams because it tends to attract the subs, the bits, So our birthday month is never really kept secret. Okay. I'll let you figure that out. There's balance here. Can you understand you spent a long time questioning this person's outlook? Okay, there you go. Another streamer card. There you go. I feel as if you're hanging around trying to suss out whether they're towing party lines or whether they actually do believe it. And when I say that, they don't have to agree with the political party of your choice. You're questioning. Sometimes you think they actually believe it, and then other times you think, nah, they're just saying it for saying its sake. Okay. Universal. Your vibes speak louder than your words. Jack Your Cork, your vibes are speaking louder than any words. Okay. My guide said one of these and one of the other universal. Okay. I feel whoever it is trying to present what they're not. Yes, I can elaborate on it. I feel as if they're trying to present what they're not. And hopefully that makes sense if I say it that way. Okay. And I'm using a Hidden Truth Oracle for clarification here. So, but I do get now's the time to make the move. Let's see if the cards disagree with me. Come on, shuffle better. That's it. I couldn't let you close to me. With attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation, Amelie calls for help. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. Yeah, I feel that if you were to make some sort of move, a reality could happen. And when I lean on faith of the universe, peace becomes more real. You never know what, seriously, as a content creator, I can tell you that, yes, I'm pretty honest about myself. And the stories that I do tell are all real. However, my desires, my dreams, my aspirations, I don't usually discuss them on my stream. And with that said, there are things that, if you're a content creator, that you're not saying, that you're not being upfront with. So I feel as if you may have a holy bunch of roses, welcome in. You may actually have a skewed perspective on this particular streamer. Unless they're streaming 24/7, 7 days a week, you never know what their ambition level is. Me, I was shocked that this channel took off. I can understand what you're saying, Jack Yorkhawk, but someone who quits a job to pursue a dream? Have they only just started pursuing their dream? Like, it's been 4 years now and I'm sitting at, what, 755 or something like that? And if someone said to me that I didn't have ambition, I'd tell them, look, I was going to say a saying only Aussies would get, but they would be so wrong. Well, you could be the co-pilot. I can't take a call right now. Sorry about that. It was a Sydney call. Maybe I should have taken it, but it's interesting that I've picked it up, Jack Yorkhawk. Oh, I understand what you mean about man-child thing. But everybody needs guidance. Janine, welcome in. Everybody needs guidance. From what I'm picking up here, it's worth more than considering. And isn't it funny how people make assumptions? Like, I know I only stream once a week, but that's all I can manage. I have a life outside of streaming. And sometimes it gets really busy. Yeah, it's worth considering. It wouldn't have shown up. I know when my regulars, such as yourself, you've become a regular, Jack Yorkhawk. You've become a regular. When my regulars don't show up, I'm wondering what they're doing. So maybe don't show up one time or for 1 week and then find out whether you were missed. Oh, that's a bit boring. But then again, I would say that regardless. I know I stream on this platform. I'm grateful for everyone and I will always have loyalty towards you. However, I've got an in real life that has to happen as well. It could be somebody else, but the gamer cards came out. So either there's another content creator that, yeah. They did miss you. There you go. So I would say with this person that you're actually thinking has no ambition, to say I have no ambition would be a gross assumption. I have more than what my body is capable of doing. So there you go. Little secret about me. Maybe that's who I was picking up, Jackie O'Cook. You're going to have to live life and find out for yourself. Because I give what I get. Usually the feedback I get when I have these type of intuitions is it fills in the missing pieces. It's like filling in the jigsaw puzzle. I'd say that there's... Have you ever heard of something called a vocal minority? There you go. That's how I'm seeing the US at the moment. A vocal minority. They can be the loudest, but they're just scaremongers. Because they're the loudest to scare people from saying anything. Yeah. I get what you mean, Jackie O'Cook. But that's what I was saying. They are the vocal minority because they have an ability to make people fearful. And sometimes that is one of the changes that I don't like about current situation. Is that yes, there's stories like that about us that happen in Australia. Jackie O'Cook, you've heard of stories that I've mentioned in terms of what's going on in my area. Oh, yes, I did hear about that, and I do know what happens. Hola, Charlie. Now, my Spanish isn't very good today, Charlie, so I won't even attempt. I won't even attempt. It's actually hopeless today. Okay. I feel you've had an income change, Charlie, and it's gone up. Can you understand what I'm picking up on? Yes, re-examine it with the other person in mind, Jackie O'Cook. I'd love your thoughts on that. Okay. There's been an increase in income. You're welcome, Jackie O'Cook. Yes, but it's a good one. It might just be a little bit, but it's a good one, Charlie. Okay. Is your intuition telling you to approach a past person? Ace of Swords. Take action. Yeah. It's like backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Yes. Let's see if we can find out an outcome. This person still wants fun, not serious. As in, you're talking with a past person. Can you understand they want fun? They're flattered but are in two minds. They don't know whether to say yes or no. I feel they'll say yes. There you go. Can you understand, Charlie, that you're fearing it'll be the same as last time? Yeah, you're fearing it's going to be the same as last time. I believe you're overthinking the whole situation. Focus on the fun. What is it? Focus on the fun. Fill your heart with the fun and the rest will come with you. I'll post a link. Definitely focus on the fun. And I've just posted a link. You may want to watch it. Because you've got the world at the bottom of the deck. What you don't see coming, Charlie. And in this, it's sort of like it will be revealed in a positive way. Yeah, keep the good things. Watch the link that I posted. I feel you will get some information out of it. But I get a good feeling about this, Charlie. You've got the Star. It's just your fears seem to be coming in quickly. That's good, Charlie. It's good not to force anything, just to let things unfold naturally. Yes, you may just redeem it and I will let you pick one. Which oracle would you like, Charlie? Vintage wisdom, sign of the times, law of positivism, magic of unicorns, energy and spirit. Love shines. Hello, welcome in. I'm doing okay. Getting there, I should say. Getting there. Ah, magic of unicorns. That is unusual for you, Charlie. And mystical of you as well. Because it's like when I read it, I actually think of metaphors. Unicorns are metaphors for the light we can bring to the world. And Goodside, I didn't welcome you in. Welcome in. You snuck in without me seeing. Yeah, just okay, Love Shines. Just okay. I'm just getting my reminder for my break. My reminder for my break. I liked it. I need that reminder. Okay, come on, Karen. Get back to it. Time to try new things. Well, think of it as a metaphor. The unicorn is a metaphor for you, Charlie. They are nice cards. They're very, very pictorial. Okay. Mahatma energy. Build your light, accelerate your ascension. And to me, it's actually spring racing carnival season here in Melbourne, Australia. And to me, that actually looks like the Melbourne Cup, which is a 3-minute horse race that us Victorians get a whole public holiday for a 3-minute horse race. Seems excessive, but I'm not saying no to it. In the golden era of Atlantis, many great beings contributed towards a special pool of light. It formed a high-frequency, gold-white group of consciousness, known as the Mahatma energy. Unicorns added their light to it, as did the Buddha, the Christ, the 12 rays, and many others. The Mahatma energy accelerates your ascension 1,000-fold. When you choose this card, your unicorn is inviting you to call the Mahatma energy in. Use your 12 chakras to activate them and their highest potential. Ask it to flow through your energy systems and break up and clear old patterns that no longer serve your growth, and to keep the glands that govern your health and spiritual well-being strong and active. Also, send it to others to help them and their ascension. When the Mahatma energy flows through you, it forms a pool of high-frequency light in the earth below your feet. Your unicorn is asking you to offer it to Lady Gaia to help the planet to ascension. Your guidance is to invoke your unicorn and ask it to hold you in the highest possible light. Then invoke Mahatma energy to build your crystalline light and prepare yourself for the new golden age. That was intense. And I do know, Charlie, you will rewatch it. It was a bit intense. So I will leave you with that. Oh, it's shivering intense, but I feel like it's quick. The energy that you bring in can be quick. was very scientific, that one. I haven't had a scientific unicorn one from Diana Cooper ever. But yes, I've had my reminder to take my break, so just bear with me. I'll put the list up and everything. And Charlie, I know you'll go back and watch the VODs with closed captions, so let me know what you think. And I will be back as soon as I can. Okay, I am back. Um, let's see. The link. Can you see it now? Hopefully you'll be able to see the link I've posted. Just let me know, A, is the sound okay? And B, is the link appearing? From what I can see, it is appearing on screen. But anyway, I'm sorry I wasn't at screen for that question. And Horse Drawn Portrait, you are up. So hopefully the link does appear. See, sometimes I don't think I see what you see. And I should. I should actually see what you see. Okay. Okay, I'll do a shout out. Yes, it did just show up now, or it should have. It appeared on my VOD screen as well as in my chat box. But I'm not sure if that translates to everyone else. But it is your turn anyway, Horse Drawn Portrait, and I have done my regular shout out to Breenie at Strange Moon Lilith. Only because we don't get to chat much. We support each other, yes, but we don't get to chat much. And we happen to be in somebody else's chat at the same time, which was freaky because I don't normally hang around. I don't normally hang around Twitch. I just feel it's voyeurism sometimes. Okay. Horse Drawn Portrait. Can you understand getting back to basics? Yeah. I get victory and success getting back to basics. It's almost like the dream world you once imagined, you've recentered it. Yeah, it's good. But it's like you've taken all the frou-frou off the dream world. You're focusing on the alliances you already have. And it's almost like you're choosing to remember love, not hate. And there is some recognition and reward coming towards you. I feel it may be in a newspaper for some reason. Yeah, this is a good dream. Excuse me, this is a good dream world. Because I'm feeling that there's recognition. I can only... Sorry, I seem to have got the hiccups all of a sudden. Oh, there's a follower I have on YouTube where I save all my VODs that loves it when I hiccup. Thank you for the hydrate horse-drawn portrait. The only thing I can liken it to is I did some volunteer work, and I've been on radio. I've had to do all the poster stuff, but I never used my real name. I did some volunteer work. It's going back quite a few years now. There was some fires in Victoria that took 83 lives. We do have some pretty horrendous fire seasons in Australia. I did some volunteer work and I appeared in one of their local newspapers. Now, all I was doing was filling in until the professionals from Melbourne actually got there. I was in rural Victoria and I was filling in as best I could inside a caravan. The caravan was air conditioned. I got driven to the caravan. I was in the wheelchair, got driven to the caravan by a fire truck. And they got me set up in the caravan. The fireys, fireys in their uniform got me set up in the caravan. And I was just listening to what people had gone through. That's all I was doing until the professional psychologists and social workers from Melbourne got to rural Victoria. And I appeared in the local newspaper. They did a thank you piece in the local newspaper, and that's like what I'm getting. There's like a thank you piece in a local newspaper. And it's a recognition for the efforts you've gone to. Yet you feel as if you're unseen. Triumphant success. So I feel as if you may have volunteered somewhere and victory, triumphant success, victory and success. Recognition and reward. I am feeling this transformation in you. Okay, horse-drawn portrait, this is one you may have to actually give me feedback on. Firefighters do see a lot. It's the same as all service personnel, paramedics, nurses, doctors, police, forensic teams even. They see a lot and they go in when other people just want to shut their eyes. But yes, you can just imagine it. These fireys transporting my wheelchair into um I'm not sure where it would fit in horse-drawn portrait. I'm just seeing it appearing in print. And I know print media is a thing of the past for most people. But I get justice and reward. It isn't justice and reconciliation, unfortunately. It's justice and reward. But it's focusing on current alliances, current people. Yes, it would have been a funny sight to see these fireys take me off the back of the fire truck in my wheelchair and put me into a caravan on a stinking hot Australian day. Start the air conditioner. The caravan did have air conditioning, but it needed a generator to run because the fire had wiped out a whole town. And they started the generator, put the air conditioner on, and by the time the air conditioner started, I actually had a queue of people at the door. So, and it was just listening to people who had lost not only their homes, but their livelihoods. Because where I was at the time was a farming community. So most people had actually lost their livelihoods. Ah, there you go. I feel it's going to end up in print media. I did feel it was a community thing. I did feel it was current alliances. There you go. But yes, I can tell you now, it actually volunteering in that capacity or working on a project in that capacity, it actually put what I was going through in perspective. Because I was in a town that was safe from the fires. So it didn't, yes, there was what they call ash rain, which is, it virtually rains the ash that it's burnt. I went from a white car to a black car because of the ash rain, but the fires did not strike the town I was in. I feel as if there is going to be in print recognition for your contribution. So that's where I will leave it, horse-drawn portrait, because for me it was in print. Nobody asked my permission, they just did it. But that's Australia. That's Australia. I do get it's a transformative experience, is what I want to say. That's why I was picking up that story about me. It was like that. The experience will be transformative for you in a positive way. Are you allowing people to speak their truth? Because I've got suffering in silence here. And I'm thinking, why did that story pop into my head? And the only reason I can think of is that I allowed people who were all going through the same thing to have their individual voice heard. Because once the professionals from Melbourne got there, I was gone. There you go. Then it's going to appear in print. There's going to be a thank you in print. So whether that's a post on a social media site, whether that is in print for the amount of people that get drawn to it. But I feel the resulting outcome will appear in print. And hopefully you can resonate with that one. Sometimes it's not about bringing any of it up. Sometimes it's about allowing everybody to have their individual voices heard. Okay, which oracle would you like? Horse-drawn portrait. I have vintage wisdom, sign of the times, law of positivism, magic of unicorns, energy and spirit. I'm unsure. You know, I argue with Shireen Oberg, but that's the one that's sticking out to me. Law of positivism. Let's do that one then. Okay, we'll do that one. I do argue with Shireen Oberg. Some very misguided, misresearched. Although, again, another one where I am astounded every time I look at the inside of the box. I let the divine embrace me in unconditional love. And it is in this embrace that I can surrender and let go. In the divine, I fully trust, even when I myself cannot see the path ahead of me. I am exactly where my soul calls me to be, in direct connection to the divine plan. I do like that. And I feel some sort of community card may come through with this. I feel as if some community card may come through with this. Okie dokie. Now, let's see. Well, okay. As I rest in the sacred womb, I heal. I feel that's relevant, but I don't take cards that fly out, so if it comes up, that will be freaky. Ah, there I go again. Okie dokie. I take the path of love and devotion. That's what I was getting. Everybody having their say. Everybody feeling equally heard. Okay. The path of the heart is direct and eraseful and easeful, creating a direct communication with the divine and life. Living in devotion is giving everything up to God and letting the love flow from seamlessly between and within you. Devotion is love, and love is devotion. So when in the state of devotion, any little thing we do it for a higher cause. When you live in devotion, all you do is created from and through the heart. To live in devotion is to release the ego, the fruits of your actions, and the need to control outcomes. When residing in devotion to yourself, others, and the divine, you fill your heart with love, and that is always present. What is devotion to you? How can you be and live more devotionally? It is said that devotion is the fastest way to enlightenment and connection to God. This is why chanting, singing, and playing instruments are devotional practices. When it comes from a place of unconditional love and trust, it is healing and enlightening. And it's the Divine Feminine card as well. Write down devotional words and texts is a recommendation by Shireen. And yo mama, and the granny thing, you've got to have children to be able to have grandchildren. Unless someone's telling me I look like my mother. That's what I have for you, Horse-Drawn Portrait. And yet, devotion is love. And some of the most devoted people I know have been through the most heartache. So if that helps you understand the card a bit more, I do hope they do for you too, Horse-Drawn Portrait, but I do see a recognition coming back to you because of it. Oh, definitely. And definitely give me feedback, because I saw it in print, a recognition for your deeds. And good recognition. None of this hate speech stuff that we're hearing too much about now. Because I'm so over that hate speech stuff that's going on at the moment. There's too much of it. There is way too much of it. So you do your thing, Horse-Drawn Portrait. Bring love back into existence. Okay. And Melody, you are up. Melody's been hanging around for a while. Okay. And my guide just told me to put them back. Okay, let's see if Melody's still here. Yes, Melody's still here. My guide did tell me to put them back. Yes, it is interesting, Melody. Have you been reading tarot yourself? Good side. Thank you for popping up in the chat. You're still in the queue, I think. I'm just taking my time. Okay. That's one thing I can't do for myself, is read them. And it's the same with all forms of, like, even coffee readings. I love doing the coffee readings because I love that thick coffee. But I I feel as if I needed to use the original Rider-Waite so you could follow along. But I do also feel that you need to start doing it for others. Okay. You've had some really turbulent times, and you're taking what you've learnt from it, and that's it, which is good. It's not reading anything else into it. You're bringing back balance into your life, and I feel it's going in a good place. Okay, we're going to test that theory out, Melody. There's success here. Yeah, we're testing that theory out today. There's magic with temperance. No, we're testing that theory out. You are good enough. 10 of Cups is happiness to me. And I feel you would get true happiness knowing no remorse. Haven't seen you for ages. Oh, and I don't have the link to the song that your name reminds me of to upload. But anyway, we won't do that. But welcome in. I have closed the queue. I have to start looking after my old person's health. Melody, I feel as if you were shocked the last time. I feel as if something might have scared you the last time you did it. Just let me know if that resonates. You were either shocked or something scared you the last time you did it. Yes, the last time you read for yourself or the last time you read for another person, something shocked you. There you go, good side. No Remorse actually reminded me of a whole album of one of my favourite artists. Oh, it's a Metallica song. I didn't know that, No Remorse. I keep associating you with an Aussie band called The Angels. Okay, we are going to test that out, Melody. Now, you have a pretty good knowledge of the decks I have. I do have an additional Rider-Waite if you want to stick with Rider-Waite. You name a deck. Name a deck. We're going to have to do a music trivia thing because I love the music trivia stuff. But No Remorse, I am going to have to look up the Metallica one. Traditional Rider-Waite. Okay, I've got to actually find it. Oh. Can I use the pink one? Pink Rider-Waite. Okay, little online experiment. Because I feel like Melody has some intuition and has been fearful to actually act on it. Hi, Janine. Yes, I can. No worries there. Okay, now I do what's called a horseshoe spread. So, Melody, you're reading for me. Don't worry, you know I'm kind and truthful and all of that sort of stuff, so no panic. I'm about to split the deck. These are the two middle cards. What is the overall energy of the read? Yes, you can. I'm here to say you can. We're proving it on stream experiment. Okay, I'll guide you through it. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'll guide you through it. These are the two center cards here. Okay, so we've got the Chariot and the Three of Swords. Now, I don't read reversals, so I won't be doing reversals. So this, just before you start the read, gives you the overall energy of the read. So if you saw the Chariot and the Three of Swords together, what would you think that means? Just be random. I don't care. It can be total. As I said, I'm quite willing for people to say it's BS. You can't worry about the outcome. Okay, Chariot to you is action. Okay, Three of Swords. Okay, is it that you don't know about the Three of Swords, or that you're fearful of saying it? Okay. That's a good thing though, Melody, because the Three of Swords usually represents heartache, loss, fear, as misdirecting. Like with the Chariot, I would say it would be misdirecting energy. And yes, that would be true for me. So there you go. You've got an education in the Three of Swords. Don't forget, I am trying to set up on Discord classes. But I feel you need this for yourself to show that you are better than what you think. Okay, and whoops. Oh, that's okay. Sorry, I had to look at those. Now, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I split it into 3 piles. You tell me whether it's 1, 2, or 3 that you want to have a look at. I'm trying to prove to Melody too. Okay, I'm trying to prove to Melody that you've got it. That's all. That's all. Okay, now a horseshoe spread is 5 cards. I will do it in a horseshoe for your benefit. And seeing your reading, I'm going to turn it camera ways. Okay, Page of Swords came out first. Oops. Camera ways. King of Pentacles. King of Swords at the top. 4 of Wands next. And Strength after that. So, I did it the wrong way round. Sorry, I forgot the camera was reversed. Shoot me. Shoot me. Okay. I've got to put them so you can read them. So, yeah. Okay. There we go. Now, the horseshoe reading, probably one of the most simplest readings in tarot, says that this is immediate past, this is current or just past, this is at the top of the matter or where you sit now, this is near future, this is long-term future. Okay? Page of Swords came out first, then the King of Pentacles, then everybody can join in with this if they want, but I'm trying to prove to Melody that you can do it. Because I feel like you've recently have said no to reading for a friend. I'm trying to prove to you that you can do it. But everybody's welcome to join in. Group experiment. So Melody, the Page of Swords. And you do have friends, Melody. You just haven't developed the connection yet. And this is what's missing from society, I think, is community. That's why all the haters seem to be coming up as the vocal minority. See, this is why haters seem to come up as the vocal minority. Because in days gone by, this would have been considered fun. And I'm going back to the 70s. My uncle, who became a cop, he had a Ouija board. That was my introduction to spiritualism when I was like 4. He needed somebody to put their hand on the planchet. He had a Ouija board in the 70s. I was about 4. Early 70s, trust me. And it was something we used to do together, including tarot. So I was very young when I had my introduction to it. My brother's 10 years younger than me. My uncle's 10 years older than me. I had 2 males 10 years either side. And so one led me astray and I got to lead the other one astray. I'm being serious, people. Join in. What do you think the Page of Swords would mean? This is where streaming it is... It's all good and well for me to stream it. And yes, I've been doing it for years. But I'm getting old. I need somebody to take over from me. Okay, what does it make you feel when you look at the card, Melody? Like, there are technical meanings, and I do have a guidebook here, so just let me grab the guidebook. I will use the pink guidebook, just so we can keep... Whoops. That was accidental. MMMJ got typed when I dropped the cards on the keyboard. It looks like... It does... See? Good side. It does look like somebody playing golf, ready to take the shot. We'll see, though, what... I've got the little Golden Tarot little booklet. MMMJ makes sense. How's that, Melody? Let's see. Oops. I'm dropping the book here. Page of Swords. A life active figure holds a sword upright in both hands while in the act of swift walking. I don't see that, but yeah, whatever they reckon. Do you see what I mean? You can learn and have fun with learning. Divinatory meaning, authority, overseeing, secret service. Oh, I'm worried now. Vigilance, spying, examination, and the qualities thereto belonging. Okay, examination, yeah, that, my passed, there had to be vigilance and examination. I got a neighbour that enjoys spying, but I'm like, I like what Goodside said. It's like the dreamy vibe. That's the vibe I'm in this week. It's like I'm daydreaming all these wonderful things. I'm letting my heart do the speaking rather than my reality. I'm kidding myself basically. So let's turn the Page of Swords over. We've dealt with that one. King of Pentacles in my most recent past, which could be yesterday. Do you see how it works, Melody? No harm, no foul. Move on. It's like whatever vibes with you. And I know tarot is never ever meant to be used as humour or as a party game. However, if you don't experiment with it in a fun way, you never get to understanding the vibe of the card. And experimenting with it in a fun way actually helps you remember and learn quicker. So, yeah, they're cotton candy decks. This was my niece-in-law drew me in the Kris Kringle. And this is what my niece and nephew decided to get for me for last Christmas. Was it last Christmas? Or the Christmas before? Last Christmas. Okay, King of Pentacles. Let's see. Oh, Karen, you need your specs on for this one. The writing is so small in these books, I swear. I know, it's awesome. My whole family know me as reading these. As I said, I was introduced to it at a very early age with my uncle making me hold the planchet on the Ouija board. I was introduced to it at a very young age in scary ways. The King of Pentacles in the past position. The figure calls for no special description. The face is rather dark, suggesting also courage, but somewhat lethargic in tendency. The bull's head should be noted as a recurrent symbol of his throne, on his throne. The sign of this suit is represented throughout as engraved or blazoned with the pentagram, typifying the correspondence of the four elements in human nature and that by which they may be governed. Divine meanings: valor, realization, intelligence, business and normal intelligence, aptitude, sometimes mathematical gifts and attainments of this kind. Well, yeah, it's been a while, but I did win at poker, and for some reason I cannot concentrate very long to save myself. However, when I play poker, the maths just comes back normal. It's like it's always there. I've got a mathematical brain. And seriously, I can calculate the odds of my hand being a good hand within seconds. Everybody does not want to play poker with me because it's like I've got this freakish thing going on. And it was not that long ago that I won. I have placed, over the last couple of weeks, I have consistently placed, and I am the only female to reside in the top 10 in my area. So, yes. If somebody who reads tarot that's a good joke, good side. I'm sick of the Karen memes. I really am. It's like, oh. Some people who read tarot see kings as being other people coming in and their character. Did I have somebody in the recent past who came in that was mathematically minded? I associate with them all the time. So, yeah, I'd accept that. Okay, join in, everybody. Everybody can. King of Swords. And Melody, you should too, because I actually feel you have a sixth sense. Okay, King of Swords. Okay, I'm trying to find it. So what's everybody's vibe on the King of Swords? Because that's current. That's current energy. Am I on and off with the heads type of person? I don't know. He sits in judgment, holding the unsheathed sign of this suit. Divine meaning. Whatsoever arises out of the idea of judgment and all its connection, power, and command authority, militant intelligence, law officers of the crown, and so forth. Well, yes, I've had dealings with the police. Not because they're taking me to jail, but because I've had quite a number of break-ins, attempted break-ins. They didn't actually get in. They wouldn't want to because I'd become the King of Swords. Attempted break-ins. So I've had dealings with the police. And it feels like very opposite vibe of the king and the surroundings. Yeah, I think the pink does that. Good side. I think it's the pink vibe. But if you look at the card, there's actually a butterfly at the top which represents freedom. So have the police attending given me the freedom. I should actually put them closer to the camera so you can see the whole card. But this experimentation, this is how you actually learn and connect with certain cards. Like, I never see kings as being the person I'm reading for. In this case, it's fictitious me or real me. I wouldn't lie to you guys, you know that. But yes, I have had dealing, like, right now. As recent as yesterday, I was talking about it. Oh, yo mama, you want me to put a butterfly tattoo on my wrist? I don't believe in scarring my temple that way. I've already got one habit that scars it enough. I can tell you now. Okay. And this is how light it should feel to you, Melody. It should not feel like a chore at all to learn to read. And I feel you do have curious friends. I'm a goody two-shoes, yo mama. 4 of Wands. Okay, specs have to go back on while I'm reading this little booklet. It's tiny. Okay, good side's not going to get a tattoo, but not right now. Well, personal choice is personal choice. I just choose not to have them. Mind you, I had a colleague that scared the living daylights out of me about tattoos. He was covered in tattoos from like here down to his feet. And seriously, if you saw him in a dark alley, you'd cross to the other side of the road. However, working with him, he was like a soft teddy bear, and yet he had seriously every inch of his skin was covered in tattoos. And I remember at a concert, my brother attended a concert. I think it was Ugly Kid Joe. And my brother at the time really liked Ugly Kid Joe. And I went to take my brother a drink, and he wasn't at his seat. And so off I go. And the partner I was working with, the one with all the tattoos, said, "Oh, we've got to find your brother. Your mum's coming to pick him up. She'll be terrified." Okay, imagine this great big tattoo guy like that. Just imagine that for a moment. Seriously, they were so bad, those tattoos. Everybody crossed to the other side of the road. So I'm just doing storage on it now. Okay, I'll just run down and check the letterbox. Okay. And then I'll have my bags there. Okay. So I'll wait for you to get it. I'll pop that one in the oven. Oh, thank you. And while you're around, I'll actually put the dinner on. No, baby tea. Okay. My baby tea. Thank you for checking in on after me. That's okay. I just need to make sure it's after dinner. I'll look after dinner. I'm supposed to have anything, but I won't be able to do anything because
You want me to go online and
no,
the boat yourself?
it's all closed.
Okay.
So that's okay. You've got time. Once I close the queue, my mother's going to finish this slowly slows down as soon as the queue finishes.
I didn't do it. Make a bigger list next time.
So you
Mum has got a really calm sister, and like I said, you've got a very calm voice, and a demeanour, so it's, you don't have quite relaxed now.
really? That's good.
Okay.
And I'm glad you brought your phone in. I do have to.
When are we on air?
I should actually put the light on for you
No,
because
it's on the
it's
light.
not been
I'm just making music for you. And I've got books.
yeah.
I've just finished one. So it's not, I've got boxes of these now, so I've got to, it's just when I've put it on pretty big things, so I've got maybe I'll do 2 doubles or something, but it's not what I've got beside me.
sorry for the delay. Yes, so anything can happen. And Melody, it's fine. No stress, no drama. It's what tarot is supposed to be. No stress, no drama. And the Four of Wands, as I said, the print on this is so small I need to get my old person's glasses out. They are for once, the divine meaning of the card, it says here, they are for once almost on the surface, country life, repose, concord, harmony, prosperity, peace, and perfected work of these. And so many people, including myself, actually vibe more with this card being the marriage card. Now that I read what the meaning of in the book is about it, country, I have wanted to move to the country, and I started off this stream by letting everybody know I saw a church for sale in the country, in rural where I'm living. So yes, and strength, just because I know you're getting bored. So there you go. I didn't know that about the book. I wouldn't have put countryside with that. I might have felt it for somebody else. But strength, as you all know, can be associated with Leo. Can also be associated with someone who is quite stern on the external, but soft on the inside. Well, there you go, Melody. We both learned something new. And seriously, learning something new is an awesome way of expanding our intelligence, if nothing else. Yo, Mummy, you do not want stress and drama. Trust me on that one. Okay, which oracle would you like, Melody? You have a choice. Vintage Wisdom, Sign of the Times, Law of Positivism, Magic of Unicorns, Energy and Spirit, or 13th Oracle. Okay, they're all set in there. Energy and Spirit. Okay. I'm glad these books have bigger print. Your life is vibrating with unlimited potential. Manifest miracles with spirit every day. I love what's inside some of these boxes. I do. I love what's inside some of these boxes. And I do feel as if boredom is your worst enemy, Melody. And it's almost like I'm fighting boredom at the moment. As I shuffle the Oracle deck, I'm fighting boredom at the moment. I'm glad you don't get bored very often, but I feel you're fighting it at the moment. Too true. But I want to say it's purpose-driven boredom. It's like I lack a purpose. Anyway, we're focusing on the Oracle card here. Procrastination. That's the same as boredom. Oh, I do have to answer that. Just bear with me a second. I'm actually glad I had a little bit of a wander. Well, your purpose, if you think cooking is your purpose, cooking could be your bliss. Your bliss and your purpose are two different things. Yeah, that's why I was doing the tarot thing. You are good at things. You just don't realise. But your bliss and your purpose are two different things. Some people get to follow their bliss and that is also their purpose. Other people, it's two different. Look, Melody Addict, I'm allergic to quite a few things. I know how to cook without eggs. I started cooking for my church and I cook vegan, which is no eggs, no dairy. And I also cook vegan gluten-free. So I cook for people with so many allergies and everybody can eat. And people don't even realise they're eating 5 vegetables in a cake, in a muffin, in a sweet muffin. So sometimes our shortcomings can lead to, seriously, I've been told I should sell them. But our shortcomings can actually lead to our purpose. So you may have thought that your